When asked about the best exercise to build your back and arms, one of the most common answers is the pull-up. The pull-up is an amazing body weight exercise that works your back, lats, arms, biceps, and forearms. It is an amazing multi-joint compound exercise that builds amazing relative strength by using your own body weight as resistance. However, not a lot of people can do a pull-up. A pull-up is one of the many lifetime goals of many individuals. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do a proper pull-up, especially for those who are a beginner. If you can already do one pull-up, this video isn't for you. I'll be explaining the pull-up exercise in general, why most people can't do it, the progressions you need to be able to do a pull-up, and a full tutorial and guide to how you can achieve your first pull-up in a training plan which you can incorporate into your daily routine. The pull-up is a pulling exercise which uses almost 100% of your body weight, minus your forearms, in order to pull your body up. It's a great exercise to work on your back, biceps, forearms, lats, and basically any of your pulling muscles. However, a lot of people can't do it due to several reasons. Number one, they're not strong enough. Number two, they just weigh a lot. Today, I'm going to introduce 3 easy progressions that you could easily progress to in order to develop your pull-up. And at the end of the day, you'll learn how to achieve your first pull-up in a short time frame. Number 1, Australian rows. This variation requires less strength and less stability than a regular pull-up, and it's a great exercise for beginners, especially those who haven't worked out at all before watching this video. If you can do about 10 to 15 plus reps of Australian rows quite easily using your own body weight, it's time to move on to the next progression. The next progression will be a banded or an assisted pull-up. You can either use an assisted machine at your local gym, or you can use resistance bands, which you can buy online. By doing these, you're using an easier variation of the pull-up. Bands or an assisted machine will give you extra assistance in order to perform the exercise. For this exercise, you want to focus on progressive overload. Over time, you want to use less and less assistance over time. For example, if you're using bands, focus on progressing to the other bands as quickly as possible, getting stronger as quickly as possible. For example, 1 week you might be able to do assisted pull-up with 70 pounds of assistance, but the next week focus on lowering that amount, for example, from 70 to 60 pounds. And that's how you get stronger. If you can do 10 plus reps of one assisted pull-up variation very easily, it's time to move on to the next progressions. For example, moving on to the next bands. If you don't have bands or in a local gym, you can instead do negative pull-ups. Focus on getting to the top of the bar and then slowly going down. Yes, you might fall really easily with no control at the beginning, but over time this builds amazing pulling strength and is highly recommended if you don't have necessary equipment. And now we move on to the third progression. If you can't dead hang for more than 30 seconds with your body weight, don't move on to this progression yet. If you can't dead hang, how can you hope to pull yourself up? And the third progression, of course, is the regular pull-up. Once you progressively overload on the assisted pull-ups, once you've mastered the Australian rows, it's time to do your first pull-up. The pull-up isn't actually that hard, but for beginners it might be. Your first pull-up might be a little bit sloppy. You might kip up, you might use momentum from your legs, but that's completely fine. That's all part of the process. And if you continue, you'll be able to develop your pull-ups to the point where you can get higher and higher, and potentially to the point where you can even add extra resistance or extra weight using a dip belt. To perform your first pull-up, start at a dead hang. Then the next step is to slightly bend your arms. And after that, use all your strength you can and explosively pull yourself up as quickly as possible. This will make the exercise a lot easier. And once you've done that, focus on getting your chin above the bar. And there you have it, your first pull-up. It's every gym goer's, every lifter's, and every calisthenics athlete's first and biggest accomplishment. Mastering the pull-up will allow you to unlock new techniques such as the muscle up, front lever, back lever, plunge, and other techniques that I can't do yet, but you'll see. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I'll detonate this channel. This channel will go boom if I don't reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year.